And his opponent across the ring is the defending champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing purple trunks with white and gold trim, hailing from Ohio. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 20 wins, no losses, 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the undefeated Junkie!
Shout out to the LDBC Lions Den Box community. Saw the title of the video, you clicked on it, you know what here. Let's get to it. Shout out to the LDBC Lions Den Box community. Shout out to the LDBC Lions Den Box community. Shout out to the LDBC Lions Den Box community. Shout out to the LDBC Lions Den Box community. Saw the title of the video, you clicked on it, you know what here. Let's get to it. Shout out to the LDBC Lions Den Box community.
Man,
Shout out to the LDBC Lions Den Box community.
that show feel good. That show feel good. What's up with it, family? What's the damn deal, man? This is Junior the Truth, and this is indeed the Punch Junkie podcast, man. I am indeed Junior the Truth. Shout out to the LDBC, man, Lions Den Boxing community. Be sure to go visit the website, join the website, become an official documented member of the family, www.ldbcsports.com. Yes, Lord. I am indeed Junior the Truth, man. You can follow me everywhere. Via social media, I can be found with the handle Junior the Truth, JUNIORTHETRUTH. And that's over all the social media platforms, man, each and every one. But if you're really looking for me, you can catch me over on the Punch Junkie Network, man, the last place in the world for real fans of the sweet science. Be sure to come check us out, www.punchjunkie.network. But punchjunkie.com will get you there. Punchjunkie.com will most certainly, most definitely, unequivocally get you there, man. Salute to the entire family, man. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to tune in. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. If I had a million tongues, man, I couldn't tell it all. You feel me? I really couldn't, man. Do me a huge favor when you come in, man. Jump on the like button. If you are frequent and you've been here and you're going to be here, and this is what it is that you this is what you're gonna do. You feel me? And if it's your first time, then you just, hang out and, at the conclusion, if you like what it is that you hear, go ahead on and hit the like button, man. But salute to y'all. Thank you so much, man. Once again, sending a tremendous shout out to the family, the LDBC, the Lions Den Boxing community. Also, salute to the Punch Junkie Network, man. Salute to the family, everybody that's over there, man, making that thing happen, man. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. This show is sponsored by... This show is actually sponsored by, associated with, yada, 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 yada. This show is sponsored by the Black Gentleman Grooming Company, man. One time for the Black Gentleman Grooming Company, we do have a line of all natural handcrafted grooming products, specifically with you in mind, man. So y'all be sure to come check us out, www.theblackgent.com. Salute to everybody. Salute to the whole entire family, man. Salute to everybody over in the shop, Doc, the street team, brand ambassadors, IT, everybody. Salute to everybody that shows love. Salute to everybody that's over there ordering and up, man, buying up everything. As you see, man, we had a facelift. You understand what I'm saying? The kid got his chip tooth fixed looking. You feel me? We've had a facelift over there, man. But salute to everybody, man, that's over there showing love to the products, man, and over to the movement itself, man. So we really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. Once again, if you haven't been over there, come check us out, www.theblackgent.com. That's www.theblackgent.com. You feel you feel me? Man, salute, man. I am so very happy to be here now. Like as I promised, man, we're gonna be well with the Black Gent. Let me back up for a second. We are currently running the No Shave November promo. The No Shave November promotion is on for all of my bearded brothers. I'm not gonna say bearded sisters, you know what I mean? Because I'm not. I don't, there's a lot of different ways to go with that, and I'm not comfortable going with that. But you know what I mean? My bearded brothers, and the women that love them, you feel me? We are currently running the No Shave November promo, but I ain't gonna lie to you. You gotta go over to Instagram. You gotta go follow the Instagram page in order to get that information. I ain't even finna hold you. And the Instagram, of course, is the Black Gent Grooming Co. The Black Gent Grooming Co. But if you go over to IG and actually, excuse me, if you go to IG, or you can go to blackgent.com and just click the Instagram icon, and it'll get you there. But I forgot to mention that we are currently running the No Shave November. I know it's just now October. November's next week. You feel me? You know how people be on this No Shave November. A lot of y'all take it serious. Some of us don't really shave year round. You feel me? But the No Shave November promo is up and jumping, man. So salute to everybody that's gonna participate. You feel me? Salute to everybody that's gonna participate. As promised though, man, we were really truly looking to, kind of shake things up with regard, to the content over here, and how we're going to be moving and grooving. You know what I mean? Very, very definitely excited with regard to, for myself, kind of moving back to the true essence of the platform, which is the traditional podcast. You know what I mean? We really trying to uh um get back to it. You know what I mean? Really truly get back to the essence. You know what I mean? And keeping the content, fresh, keeping the content authentic, keeping things, as original as possible. So we're definitely gonna do that. As for me and this actual show, we're gonna look to do this once a week. Of course, we're gonna look to do one weekly podcast with regard to the sport of boxing, and dedicating it specifically to the sport of boxing. As you all know, and those of y'all who have been following me, I do have a tremendous love for the sport of boxing. I follow it. I have a tremendous affinity for the sport of boxing, top to bottom. Things that I don't like, yes. A lot of things that I love, yes. But ultimately, we are going to dedicate one weekly podcast to the actual sport for sure. Now, sure, we'll be doing some pop-ups and some videos, and so on and so forth as well. But primarily, literally dedicating one show per week to the actual sport of boxing. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what it is. That you're gonna. That's what it is. You're gonna get from me. So why the switch up? For me, like I've shared before, I feel like for me, the boxing conversation is it's a little oversaturated. Oversaturated. It's a little redundant. It's it's just it's a lot, you know what I mean? And salute to everybody that's keeping us um up up uh up to snuff with regard to what's going on in the current events, keeping us current with regard to the current events in the sport of boxing. Salute to everybody that's doing, multiple pieces of content per day, primarily on the sport of boxing. Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody that's doing, their daily shows, the daily live streams, and so on and so forth. Just for me, I think that like I can go to some of the other family and get the information that I need, and I don't necessarily have to talk about it day in and day out. So I'm kind of trying to shift it. And then for me too, honestly speaking, man, that's where my inspiration comes in. Like my inspiration comes in my ability to literally be authentic to myself. to be truly, who I am, to keep things fresh, to keep things original, to kind of move things around. And those of you all who do follow the platform, and when you come over here and you see things here that you don't see anywhere else. You see different, it's just a difference. You know what I mean? It's just a difference. And I mess with everybody and everybody's platform and the things that everybody's doing. And so I had to kind of shake it up because I felt myself kind of getting off of that originality and kind of being outside of the box. So I got to get back to really truly being back who I am. You feel me? And it makes me feel better, and I'll be more inspired to produce and continue to produce dope shit. You know what I mean? And that's just it. You know what I mean? Also, once again, I want to the Junior the Truth movement, and this is before the Punch Junkie, this is before the Black Gentleman, definitely before the Black Gentleman Grooming Products, but before the Black Gentleman podcast, before the Simple Truth Morning Show, before what is it, All Luck No Hustle podcast, you know what I mean? Before all of that, the essence was, it was the podcast. You feel me? Coming up in here and really truly rocking out and giving you all dope content from a podcast standpoint. You feel me? And so I really want to get back to that essence. I want to be sure that the audio is A1, and it just and you can come in and you can just listen, and you can ride in your car and you can listen, or you can work out in the gym and you can listen, or you can sit at your desk like some of you all are right now, and you can listen. And I want to give you dope content that you can listen to. You feel me? I don't want you all necessarily to feel inclined to have to try to watch me or whatever, so that you can get the full effect of what it is that I'm doing. Because some of y'all ain't supposed to be watching YouTube while you driving or while you working, or anyway. And so I want to get back to the essence of the movement. The essence of our movement here was really truly circling everything built off of the podcast. So I want to get back to consistently providing you with a dope podcast. You feel me? And that's it. That's all. And so that's the hence me wanting to make the certain changes, you know what I mean? And so that's it. But salute, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all, man. Hit the like button if you're in here, and then if you actually family, the like button is definitely for family. You feel me? And hit the share, you know what I mean? If you really feeling extra supportive. One time, man, for the entire family, salute to everybody, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all, man. You have absolutely no idea. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all. So I've been having an argument recently. You understand what I'm saying? And I want this to be interactive. So in the chat or in the comment section, if you're watching this in syndication, I want you to answer the question: who is the face of boxing in 2023? Who is the face of boxing in 2023? Man, I've been having this, this discussion, and it's difficult because if you're not careful, the majority of boxing conversations take place amongst people who have no idea what they're talking about. And so it's easy when you're a pundit, if you will, if you are a person who follows the sport every day, like you get up and you watch boxing content, when you go to bed you listen to boxing content, when you're subscribed to people, and when you subscribe to my brother Blue Blood Sports TV, and you get videos from Blue Blood every time something goes on in the sport, and you over there and you listening to my brother Blue, and he's giving us the all the drop on all of the latest greatest news in the sport of boxing, in conjunction with also punchjunkie.com. You feel me? But you when you do this, right, you hear people talk, and sometimes it's kind of cool, but then sometimes you hear people talk and it's like a nail scratching the chalkboard. You feel me? And that's where I'm at with it, man. So I'm having this conversation, and I'm listening to folks talking. Everybody's, saying who's the face of boxing, and I've heard, you know what I'm saying? I've heard people literally people say, you know, it's Ryan Garcia. No, it's that boy from the UK, that black boy from the UK, the big strong black boy from the UK, having no idea that he's not even the world champion anymore, that he's lost 2 fights to a blown up cruiserweight. You feel me? Some people say, you know, nah, it's the big boy, the gypsy boy, the Tyson Fury, the boy that beat Wilder. It's him. You know what I mean? Having absolutely no idea that he doesn't sell. You feel me? He doesn't sell, having absolutely no idea about these things. And so I had to come in here and just really, I figured I'd come into this platform and I'll ask the family, I'll ask the community, because this platform is of, by, and for the fans of the sweet science. You feel me? One of the last real places for us. Everything else is so commercialized. Everything else is for sale. Everybody else has all these agendas. This is pure. We're going to keep this pure. You feel me? This podcast, we're going to keep it pure. This platform, we're going to keep it pure. The Punch Junkie Network, we're going to keep it pure. Who's the face of the sport, man, in 2023? My opinion, and let me tell you what my standards are. My standards for a person who's going to be the face of the sport of boxing is, you're talking about, all right, man. You're gonna talk about pay-per-view. Who's selling the pay-per-views, right? Who's selling the pay-per-views, especially in this modern landscape of the sport of boxing, where pay-per-view is the order of the day. You feel me? Who's actually selling pay-per-views? That's the question. Who's actually selling pay-per-views? You feel me? Also, the ticket sales. Who's packing the arenas? Who's actually packing the arenas? You feel me? Who's packing the arenas? That's the second one. And lastly is, who has the big energy around their events? Who has the big energy around their events? You feel me? And my answer for that is, man, Gervonta Tank Davis, man. He is literally the face of the sport of boxing right now. You understand what I'm saying? For several reasons. But he is the face of the sport. You know what I mean? This is no disrespect to nobody. This is no slighting nobody. But I think that the actual proof is in the pudding. You feel me? And for me, as a fan of the sport and a pundit and a person who's actually here and trying to have a platform that's pure, I have to move away from Canelo Alvarez being the face of the sport, man, because I think how can I say it? I believe that Canelo Alvarez is fool's gold with regard to those numbers. You feel me? I believe that he's fool's gold with regard to, you know, those pay-per-view numbers. And it's not the same. You know what I mean? It's not the same. Is there energy around his fights? For sure. You know, does he sell tickets? For sure. He even sells pay-per-views, for sure, but it's not the same. He's not selling like Gervonta Tank Davis. And the demographic of fan base that Gervonta Tank Davis resonates with just happens to be the fan base that, you know, that fan base spends money. They buy pay-per-views. They go buy tickets to the fights. They go buy outfits. You feel me? They will literally stimulate your economy. Having been to what is it now? I think it was, did I catch two? I think I caught two Tank Davis fights in Atlanta. Now granted, I've seen him fight, you know, in person before on undercards, but having went to two main events, going to see him fight Yuriorkis Gamboa and going to see him fight Mario Barrios in the city of Atlanta, and just the events around it, it's no question. You know what I mean? Like it's no question. Seeing people ascend on the city, seeing the economy in the area stimulated. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Seeing the hotels, the downtown hotels sold out with boxing fans, seeing the venues packed, trying to go downtown somewhere and actually eat, You feel me? And it's just chock full of boxing fans and boxing teams and fighters with, you know, their coaches and their friends and their families. Like, it's just, nah, man, it's different. And the actual energy. You feel me? You go in a place and you can actually feel the energy. You know what I mean? That's a Tank Davis fight. um the crowd, you know, reverberating, the oohs and the ahs. You feel me? That's a Tank Davis fight. You know, the marijuana smell from my brother Cadillac Red over in the smoker section. You feel me? Like, that is a real thing. You understand what I'm saying? Having to try to look out for my sister Queen 71 because she done sat in a different section because she bought her tickets before everybody else, and making sure she okay when she walk up and down the steps and she move about. It's electrifying. That's the perfect word for it. It is electrifying. You feel me? And so, you know, when we look at it, Tank Davis is without any doubt, he is the face of the sport of boxing right now. You know what I mean? No slight to anybody. There's a lot of fighters with a lot of accomplishments. Um, a lot of fighters that I cheer for. You know, some of my favorite fighters. You know, they have losses and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, Gervonta Tank Davis is the face of the sport of boxing, man, right now. It ain't no, and I was convinced with the Ryan Garcia with the fight with that pay-per-view. Yeah, I was convinced. You know what I mean? And some of the other stuff and it's so good, and it was, you know, underwhelming, but they still did good, and they still performed well at the box office and so on and so forth. But I have concluded that without any shadow of a doubt, Gervonta Tank Davis is the face of the sport of boxing. He is. You feel me? He is. So we can, as far as I'm concerned, I can do away from with that conversation for now, because, man, he is the face of the sport of boxing, man. You know, that's it. Once again, man, y'all drop in the chat, man. Drop in the comment section. Who is your vote for the face of the sport of boxing? I tried to, you know, give you all my prerequisite and give you all my case for who my pick is. Once again, it's Gervonta Tank Davis. There's nothing like a Tank fight. Period. In this generation, there's nothing like a Tank fight. You know, regardless of how he actually did it, regardless of the level of competition or what it is that we think, or what it is that fans, what we would like to see him do or whatever. Regardless of all of that, man, he has become the face of the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? Based on, like I said, his ability to uh uh his ability to captivate his demographic of fan base, um, his relationship, you know what I mean, with Floyd, you know, a lot of people will argue that Floyd Mayweather is still the face of the sport of boxing, but he's very much still alive and well in the sport of boxing, you know what I mean, and his face and his voice and, you know, his videos definitely still tweak the algorithms for sure. But at the end of the day, man, Gervonta Tank Davis is, without any shadow of a doubt, man, the face of the sport of boxing in 2023 and beyond. You feel me? Man, one time for the Punch Junkie magazine, man. Salute to everybody that's got your issue of the Punch Junkie magazine. The magazine is up and available, featuring, of course, the greatest woman of all time, Clarissa Shields. But you can get your magazine. Go over to www.punchjunkie.com. You can click on the shop and you can go over the shop and make your purchases of the magazine. But the magazine is up and available via print as well as digital. But salute, man. Salute. All right, man. So we gotta go on. We gotta move on along now. So another question that I've been avoiding. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been avoiding this question. I've been trying to it's one of those things that's I just kind of put in the back of my mind, and I'm just not really dealing with it. You know what I'm saying, per se. It's one of the things I really wish, honestly speaking, I wish I didn't have to address. I really wish I didn't have to address it. I really wish that there was no place for it. But you know, it's boxing and sports and entertainment, and it's 2023. So Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. for the WBC World Heavyweight Championship. What are my thoughts? I'm gonna address this one time only. You feel me? I'm gonna address this time. I'm gonna address this time and this time only. And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna preface it by saying, I think that there have been a lot of I've called it buzzard fuck boxing. There's been a lot of buzzard fuck boxing events that have, taken place, and they've become more commonplace. Like we've seen this. We've seen this thing throughout boxing where you'll have a fighter and he might be going back and forth with somebody that's a wrestler, or you know what I mean, something along them lines, a Muhammad Ali versus Hulk Hogan match or something, you know what I'm saying. We've seen that throughout boxing. We've seen like boxers like Mike Tyson might go over and have a cameo on with the WWF or something like that, but nothing really to be taken seriously, you feel me. And in common boxing, in the modern landscape of boxing, we've seen the introduction of the Jake Paul, you feel me, into the sport of boxing. His brother Logan Paul, the KSI, and to the degree now where they're actually fighting real fighters. You feel me? They're fighting real fighters. Now, the funny thing about it is that they're fighting real fighters, but they're fighting real, as far as boxers, they're fighting real boxers now, but they're fighting real boxers that will be a lower tier boxers. So you have like, what Tommy Fury, fighting in a fight versus KSI. Well, we all know that Tommy Fury in a boxing ring versus a regular boxer, hell, versus a C class or better fighter, we know that Tommy Fury gets dealt with. You feel me? So, somebody that is a YouTuber who's coming into the sport of boxing late and putting on these pay-per-view cards, they're getting feathers in their hats for actually fighting real boxers, because people have said, nah, they're not fighting real fighters, they're fighting MMA guys or this level guy or other YouTubers or whatever. They better stay away from fighting real boxers. So I see the hustle. It is what it is. I got it. Also, we introduced, Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, which was a huge fight that, did numbers at the box office. Of course, it was, entertaining, and it was really, truly the true essence of sports and entertainment. And in a lot of ways, it ushered in and gave way to a lot of the other stuff that we're seeing, including this fight. But once again, Floyd Money Mayweather was a retired boxer. Um, uh, um, or maybe not fully retired or whatever the case may be, but he was not a world championship boxer. He was not a world titleist. You feel me? Um, for a reigning title holder, especially heavyweight, because boxing goes as the heavyweight division goes. That's the age-old adage that we use when we talk about this sport. For the heavyweight champion of the world, or one of the heavyweight champions of the world, to actually go in to a fight versus an MMA fighter, um, I don't. What does that really say um, about the sport of boxing right now? You understand what I'm saying? I don't really think that that's not a feather in the cap for the sport of boxing right now. It's really truly not, man. And even if it's, in my opinion, even if it's I'm not I might be misspeaking. Is it actually for the title? I'm not even sure if it's for, it might be an exhibition. It might be an exhibition, or I'm not sure if it's for the title or not, to show you how much I've been paying attention to it. I got to do some more research. But ultimately, it's criminal, man. If it's for the actual title, it's criminal. You feel me? It's criminal. This is in my this is where we're at with the sport of boxing in 2023. You understand what I'm saying? We're one fight away from having an undisputed champion. You understand? We're one fight away from having a heavyweight champion. You understand? We're golly, we have some young up and coming title contenders that could easily have that fight. It's just man. This is just weird, and this is definitely, if that fight is for the title, man, it's criminal. You know what I mean? It's criminal in my opinion, and it's on pay-per-view, which makes it even more criminal. This is no knock on Francis Ngannou, or any of that stuff, but I'll say this: if that fight is for the WBC title, right? I feel that every fighter that is in the WBC specifically as a sanctioning body should withdraw themselves. They should withdraw themselves. Every fighter, every weight class, every fighter should withdraw themselves. Everybody. If you are a fighter, and especially in the heavyweight division, if you are a fighter and you are a boxer and you pay sanctioning fees to the WBC, y'all follow me, and the champion, because they say all this stuff about, a champion has to fight somebody in the top 10. You got to do this, you got to do that. You got to fight not you got to do this, you got to do that. You have to fight somebody in the top 10 or the top 15 and yada, yada, yada. You can't just fight anybody. You have mandatories as the champion, this, that, and the third. And for him, the title, the champion, the world champion, to not have to honor that stuff, but can go and actually fight somebody who is this, if I'm not mistaken, is this Francis Ngannou's first professional boxing match? I'm not sure. But if this is for the WBC title, man, this is criminal. And every fighter that's in that, every boxer in that sanctioning body, man, should remove themselves. They should remove themselves. They should stop paying sanctioning fees. You feel me? When these, and that is, a conversation we'll embark on shortly, but they should literally remove themselves. They should remove. I would turn in my stuff. I'm not paying no more sanctioning fees. You can remove me from your rankings. You can remove me from your organization. I no longer want to be a part of that organization. If that is the way that we are doing business, I can't do it. You feel me? Because that is what your money gets you. Your money gets you. Somebody can literally walk off the street and get a world title fight versus the world champion. When we have an undisputed, when we have an undisputed fight in tote, one fight away from the undisputed the undisputed champion of the world in the heavyweight division, something that we have not had since man, is it Lennox? I think was Lennox the last one, maybe. I had to go back and do my research. Yeah, man, like this is not good. You feel me? And when we look at the WBC, we have Tyson Fury's the champion. Deontay Wilder is number 1. Anthony Joshua is number 2. Arslanbek Makhmudov is number 3. Frank Sanchez is number 4. Andy Ruiz is number 5. Jared Anderson is number 6. Efe Ajagba is number 7. Dillian White is number 8. I don't know how. Martin Bakoli is number 9. Joseph Parker is 10. Philip Herkovich is 11. Danny Dubois is 12. 13 is Ajit Kabayel. 14 is Otto Wallen. You feel me? And number 15 is Bakadir Jolalov. Those are the current WBC rankings, the top 15. You understand? Tyson Fury versus a Wilder 4 is bigger than the Ngannou. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua is bigger than the Ngannou. Tyson Fury versus Frank Sanchez is bigger than that fight. Tyson Fury versus Andy Ruiz is bigger than that fight. Tyson Fury versus Jared Big Baby Anderson is bigger than that fight. You feel me? Like, man, it's better. But that's where we are. And once again, in my opinion, that fight is that's not good, man. You know what I mean? It's not good. And I'm not even, fighters want to fight and get that money or whatever, that is what it is. Cool. But at the end of the day, stop tying up the title. You understand what I'm saying? Stop tying up the title. And then what happens if Tyson Fury goes in here, right? Let's say Let's say he goes in there and he gets clipped. Let's say he goes in there and gets clipped. You know what kind of shit show we finna have on our hands if he goes in here and he gets clipped and Ngannou becomes the heavyweight, the WBC World Heavyweight Champion. Man, get out of here, man. And to that point, like, you know, Francis Ngannou, he actually has other business, you know what I mean, in MMA, man. Get back active in MMA. Kiss and make up with the UFC and get back over there. Go fight Bones Jones. You feel me? Go, like, you got, man, get out of here, man. Salute to my to our MMA pundit, the sweet Tay Brown. You know what I mean? I just, hey man, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I'm not really fooling with this. Like I said, I feel like at the end of the day, it's for it to be on pay-per-view and for it to be for the world title, man, it is indeed criminal, man. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna say it any other way, man. That stuff is literally it is literally criminal, man. It's criminal.
We offer the best grooming products for you. Yes, all natural and handcrafted too. We wanna help be your swagger, style, class, and luxury. We make our products tailor-made for you with high quality. Yeah. So get in style with the Black yeah. Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah. The Black Gentleman yeah. Company. To give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah.
Once again, one time for the Black Gentleman Grooming Company, man. www.theblackgent.com. We do have a line of all natural handcrafted grooming products specifically with you in mind. So y'all be sure to come check us out. www.theblackgent.com. That's www.theblackgent.com, man. So salute to the family. All right. So we're gonna go ahead on, man, before we get out of here. We got one more point we gotta talk about, man. And one more thing I gotta address. And it's just so let me stretch out on the track for a second. Because it is just so funny how these actual it's so funny how these actual it's so funny how these actual conversations come full circle. Like, it's so funny how these conversations actually come full circle. You feel me? Salute to my brother Mahari Nation Sports Podcast in the super chat. He says the fight is for the WBC heavyweight title. Salute to my brother. Really, truly, genuinely appreciating that he's verifying that the Tyson Fury versus Ngannou fight is for the actual heavyweight title. Thank you. So we've talked for so long on this platform, and we kind of came in the game under this act where, you know, we're looking for and fully believing that, you know, like, boxers and professional athletes in general need to have more of involvement in what's going on with their respective careers. You know, at the end of the day, you are the one that's going out there and making those sacrifices and so on and so forth. So we had an interesting exchange this week with the announcement of Showtime removing itself from the boxing business, and, you know, everything that's kind of, you know, been in tow since then. And there was a situation where you had Terrence Bud Crawford make statements, you feel me, and Oscar De La Hoya actually rebutted the statement, you know what I mean? And Terrence Bud Crawford was basically saying, all right, fighters, you know, this is on us. You know, we gotta be, you know, more involved in the business. We gotta be coming to the table, you know, yada yada yada. I'm paraphrasing, but we gotta do more on the business side in order to make this stuff happen, you know. And this is Terrence Bud Crawford and his this is him and his statement with regard to, what it is that, he's feeling. And Oscar De La Hoya responded, the promoter, Golden Boy Promotions, former world champion, Hall of Fame fighter, and current, actually a Hall of Fame, trainer. Not trainer, excuse me, Hall of Fame promoter as well. But he's coming to the table and he's saying, no, the fighters don't need to be at the negotiating table. Fighters need to have somebody on their team to, negotiate for them. But fighters need to be in the gym preparing to give us the best fights that they can give us. That is, and I'm paraphrasing that as well, but that was Oscar De La Hoya's response to what Terrence Crawford was saying. And so my question is ultimately, and once again, drop your thoughts in the chat, in the comment section if you're watching this in syndication. But my question is, should fighters be at the business table? Should the fighters actually be at the business table? Should they be at the table when we're talking business, when we're talking negotiations, when we're talking purses, when we're talking arrangements? Should the fighters be at the table, or should they actually have somebody from their team at the table, hire somebody, have a suit at the table on their behalf? You understand what I'm saying? That's the question. My thoughts on it in this situation, we often see this in sports, and especially sports where you have high profile Black athletes. You understand? You have you see there's this LeBron James and them kind of coined the phrase, or it wasn't LeBron James, but in basketball they've coined the phrase "shut up and dribble." You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't worry your mind about what's going on over here at this here business table. You just worry about, what you gonna do on that side. What you gonna do on the basketball, the athletic side. You worry about being an athlete, jumping high, dunking, and running. You feel me? And we gonna handle the business. You worry about in music. You worry about singing and dancing. You feel me? And rapping and rapping and tapping. You worry about that. We gonna handle the business over here. We got the paperwork over here. We gonna handle this on your behalf. You feel me? And I believe that Terrence Bud Crawford is absolutely right. If you follow my platform or for any given amount of time, I've told you that I felt like fighters have to take more of an active role. I feel like everybody, not just sports. I think everybody needs to take more of an active role. You understand what I'm saying? Those of you all that are, that have jobs, you should be, if you have a problem with something or you want something, you need to go to your job and you should be negotiating stuff on your behalf. You feel me? Who better to negotiate a deal for you than you? I don't understand. Who's better to negotiate a deal for you than you? Who's better to be at the table to know exactly what's going on for you than you? And a lot of fighters end up on the short, like we wonder how fighters end up on the short end of the stick, how fighters end up retiring with no money, how fighters end up having millions and millions and millions of dollars stolen from them. You feel me? And not just fighters, athletes. We wonder how athletes go have a long career and lose their shirts and end up homeless or end up in the streets or end up, back where they came from. You feel me? How you gonna touch 100 M's and end up back in the hood? You feel me? How have you made 100 M's and you end up back in the hood? You have to be at these business tables. You understand? You have to be at these business tables. And I'm going to tell you a secret. And if you a boxer, we're going to get back specifically to the sport of boxing. Okay. We're going to get right back to it. So I'm going to say this. Oscar De La Hoya, though he was a Hall of Fame fighter, had a tremendous career. He had situations with his promoter. You understand what I'm saying? That caused, kind of ended up being the inception of Golden Boy Promotions, coming off the back of issues that he had with his promoter. Okay, cool. He is a suit now, though. He is actually a suit. You feel me? And what the suits in the sport of boxing are doing is they are clawing and holding on and grasping and gripping to every little, whatever little piece that they can, because at the end of the day, in the modern landscape of the sport of boxing, we're gonna get some heat. I've gotten heat before for saying this, and it kind of is what it is. But you don't necessarily need a promoter. You understand what I'm saying? The promoters in the sport of boxing, traditionally, promoters are responsible for putting on the events and assuming the responsibilities for the events. That's what promoters have done. And of course, they promote their fighters. You know what I mean? But they put on their boxing events, they sign them to contracts, put on their actual events, work in conjunction with other entities in steering the direction and trajectory of the boxer's career, and they assume the responsibilities for the event. So they're responsible for the purses that are paid to the fighters. They're responsible for the venues. They're responsible for whatever network situation, that is involved around, the respective events. They're responsible for those and brokering those deals and providing those funds. They're responsible for that. Now you have with a lot of fighters with the respective teams and the appropriate uh, uh, um structure, you have fighters that are able to circumvent all of that. You know what I mean? Which was one of the reasons why Al Heyman was demonized and vilified so much, because he essentially eliminated the grass that a lot of the promoters had on fighters, and fighters were coming to the table and able to get a larger piece of the pie because there were pockets of money that were being discovered that they had no idea about. You understand what I'm saying? People, like, they had absolutely no idea that certain pockets of money existed, that there were certain budgets that were allocated for certain things, that there's money just sitting here. And if you don't allocate, so let's say you broker a deal with a network, and then there's so much money that's allocated to the promotion of the event. You feel me? And let's say that money that's allocated to the promotion of the event, and you only spend a portion of that money. Well, that money is still there. It's still allocated for that event. It's still spoken for. It's still written off as a business expense or whatever. And that money just is sitting there. Who does that money go to at the conclusion of the event? See what I'm saying? When you rent these venues, these um especially these arenas, you feel me? When you're renting these arenas, you have certain deals, like you have contracts within the contract, right? You have a certain amount of the concessions, you know what I mean, that, whatever, like you might broker a deal with a company, and you say, look, we're going to pay this amount for the arena and for the use of the arena, and you might get the arena at a discounted amount if they keep 100% of the concessions. You feel me? Or you might have to pay more, and you say, look, we're going to pay this amount and we want the whole thing. Like, just similar to when you buy out the bar, you feel me? I'm going to give you this money and I want control of everything. So all of the concessions, they come in to us, the parking, all of that comes to us. You feel me? Like it's just like, it's different pockets of money. All I'm trying to get you to understand is that there's stuff that's there that fighters are not privy to that information, because you have people working on your behalf and you're not at the table. And when fighters get to the table, the next thing you know, now they're discovering and seeing the way that the business actually goes. You feel me? They see the way that things actually happen or whatever. And the promoters are holding on, still trying to keep fighters in the dark. Like, nah, you just, and Oscar De La Hoya literally told on himself when he said, nah, you just focus on fighting and being in the gym, and you send somebody to the table that we send to you. Like, we're gonna send somebody to you that you send to the table to come negotiate with us. I want you to think about what I just said. We're going to send you somebody to send to us to negotiate. You feel me? And that's one of the things that you see. Like, when you see these fighters and they're, we boy, we pulling up the skirt. We pulling up the skirt. But when you see these fighters and they go and they work with certain networking entities and they get plugged into the networking entity, what are you dealing with? Or not networking, I'm sorry, promotional entities. What are you seeing? You see them, they work with a certain promoter. That promoter, they're featured on certain networks. So there are certain network people who are assigned to work with a fighter for, whatever, PR, whatever they got going on, right? Then you have these fighters who are, you're a part of this promotional outfit. So it just so happens you have the same manager as everybody else that's under this promotional outfit. You understand? But meanwhile, the thing that we don't understand is like the people who are literally working on your behalf, they have a working relationship with these folks, and that's dangerous because they could all come together when you're not at the table, when you're in the gym focusing on fighting and you're shutting up and dribbling. You feel me? They're all at the table coming up with inventive ways of how to fuck you out your money. And as a fighter, no, you have to be in it. You have to see what's going on. You have to be there. Period. You got to be there. You got to negotiate. And you got to figure out what it is that you're trying to get, and you got to stick to it. And you have to be a hell of a businessman, period, in order to be successful and to be sure that when this is over, because it's going to be over, and you have to ensure that when this is over, you're not left on the wrong side. And that's the whole purpose of coming to the table. When it's all said and done and you retire and you're dealing with your ailments, you feel me, from when you were a boxer, right? And your life after the sport is in full swing, right? You got to be sure that you didn't get taken to the cleaners when you were a fighter, because we see it all the time. A lot of us actually know boxers, you feel me, who boxed and had these long careers and were, at one point in time, famous people or whatnot. And then you see them now and it's like, wow. Like, man, that's crazy. They messed up. Health is failing them. You feel me? They don't have insurance. Their living situations are shaky. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers end up having to go back and live with with family members. Stay with they stay with their sisters and brothers and kids. And man, it's crazy. So I agree 100% with Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighters need to be at the table. Athletes need to be at the table. You understand what I'm saying? You can hire somebody to be there and to speak on your behalf. You feel me? But you still need to be at the table when they're speaking. You need to be at the table. When these deals are being negotiated and being brokered, you need to be at the table. Because you're assuming all of the risks. Like this is you. You need to be at the table. And that's just, and I would encourage people to form your own team. You understand what I'm saying? Form your own team. You form your own team of people that, you and your family, like, they're comfortable with. And that's one of the reasons why we see certain fighters that are vilified. We see Devin the Dream Haney and his father Trill Bill Haney, and we see them, people vilifying them, and we see the traditional boxing entities being slow to actually work with them. They're warming up to it now, but we see them actually being slow to work with them and so on and so forth. Why? Because it's not, you can't just do anything that you want to them. Like they're here to be a part of the business aspect as well as the fighting aspect. You feel me? They have a team that they formulated. They have a rhythm that they've worked or that they've put together as a unit, and they literally move as a unit. And that's that. And that's dangerous to the establishment. Period. When somebody's coming to you and saying, "Man, look, we got our own, promotional entity as well." So we're talking partnership. We're not talking we come and sign what we're talking partnership. Partnership means we're coming to the table. We have something that we're bringing, and we want to connect with what it is that you're offering and what you're bringing, and then we make something happen collectively. Partnership means a bigger slice, a bigger piece of the pie. Partnership means more control, more creative control, more this, more that. Like when you see people and they're signing deals and they're being bought out by bigger entities, those bigger entities then have control. You understand? A huge part of the reason why this platform has not signed to any other entity, if you will, is because I have a problem. I got control issues. You feel me? This stuff is my baby. I know it's dope, and it's not like, other stuff that you see and so on and so forth and all of that good stuff, but it's my baby. And so I need to be able to have creative control. Also, I need the ability to be authentic and to be myself and to really come out and be 100% transparent. So I revel in transparency and authenticity and so on and so forth. So I'd rather build it brick by brick and take the steps, you know what I mean, for years and years and years, as opposed to plugging in and signing over my, my control. But you see fighters that, have no problem just totally 100% signing over control. They just glad to be signed, glad to be on TV, glad to just be, under the lights, so on and so forth. And the business will take care of itself. And those are the ones that you always see ended up getting took to the cleaners. So Bud Crawford is 100% right. You know what I mean? And I really wish that he would have figured this out earlier in his career, because I think um, a lot of pain and anguish that he kind of endured, you know what I mean, he could have avoided, because there were many of us who were calling for him to have this stance that he has now. We were calling for him to have this stance years ago. I know a lot of people, won't remember that, but a lot of us were pushing him to go in this direction years ago. You feel me? I have to go back and pull up a post that I did. I know I did a post and tagged him in it, where I was talking about um, him when he was re-signing with Top Rank, and I felt like he needed to promote himself, because I felt like Top Rank had an inability to promote him effectively, and I felt like, if anything, it was having a negative impact on his career. And I literally felt like he could promote himself better. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I really wish he would have taken this stance earlier. Better late than never. But I think that, he left some meat on the bone, because this conversation is something we should have been having, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Easily. You know what I'm saying? Easily. And there's a lot of things that, may have materialized for him, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like a Manny Pacquiao fight may have actually materialized. You feel me? The Errol Spence Jr. fight might have materialized earlier. You feel me? A lot of, things, may have materialized earlier. We might be in a totally different situation. But ultimately, when it's all said and done, fighters need to be at the table. And they also need to be weary of entities that discourage them from being at the table. If you want to sit at the table and then you're signed to an entity and they're telling you, hey, nah, you don't need to worry about this, man, just go to the gym, then you need to be weary of that. You feel me? You need to be weary about somebody that, owes you money and they come give you a fur coat. You know what I'm saying? They could give you a all white bink. You know what I'm saying? They come give you a $100,000 vehicle instead of giving you your money. You need to be weary of that. That's stuff you should be weary of as a fighter. Like, you should be weary of that. Nah, you owe me money, bro. You should be weary of those things. But ultimately, fighters definitely, unequivocally need to be at the table negotiating these contracts, man, period. You know what I mean? And that's just that. I see the consistency is, and like I said, y'all continue to drop your information or your thoughts in the comment section for sure. You know what I mean? Drop it in the chat. Those of y'all catching the live stream. But they need to be at the table, man. But thank y'all so much. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. So salute to everybody in the chat, man, the live stream. Let me say this and give y'all this caveat before we get out of here. Once again, this show is going to be more of a traditional podcasting format. Normally it's going to be hit or miss, whether it's a live stream or not, because it might be a live stream or it might just be an actual premiere. You know what I mean? But we're going back to the actual podcast format. So I wasn't ignoring you all on purpose, but I'm trying to stick to the podcasting format. But salute to everybody in the building. New Fat Boy Fitness. I see you, KC in the building. My sister, the beautiful Sweet Tea girl. You got them, Sweet Tea. You got these LDBC boys in the uproar. I don't know what you did. You must have been somewhere showing some leg or something. You feel me? You must have been somewhere showing some leg or something. I don't know what you done did. And is it your birthday or was yesterday your birthday? But you got these LDBC boys in the uproar, man. Them boys love them some sweet tea. I said, God, dog, what did sweet tea do? You must show some kneecap or something, girl. Well, I don't know what you did to these boys. They over here acting out. Salute to my Hard Nation Sports Podcast, man. I'm like, man, if I hear Sweet Tea one more time, salute to my beautiful sister Tay Brown. Macadosis, Mac of the South, what's good with you? My brother Main Event Mark, what's happening? D McGee, what's up with it? D-Lo, 404 Boxing, what's up with it? Coach 67 Sports TV, what's good? My beautiful sister Shade Girl in the building. King Vonnie 86, what's happening? Queen 71, my beautiful sister, what's up, love? Salute to Queen 71, what's good with you, baby? We got King Vonnie 86. Who out? Mark Wonderlish in the building. Slab Life, ATX, aka Big Texas in the building. What's up with it? My brother Connor Loco Sports. What's good with you? Let me see. 704 Joe, what's good with you, homie? Make sure I didn't miss nobody. You feel me? I ain't gonna stay connected in the building. What's good with you, homie? Salute. He said Tank Davis is the face of boxing today, hands down. It ain't no question. Salute to stay connected, man. Salute to Valavad BTW over on the Twitch. Salute to the underrated Darkness in the building. Darkness is Winston Lee, old school. MJ's total health and wellness. MJ's Total Health and Wellness Enrichment in the building. What's good with you, homie? Cadillac Red, I got them Cadillac Song 22s in the building. What's good with you, homie? Salute. Sheldon LDBC or nothing in the building. Stay ready, Mac, my brother. Stay ready in the building. What's up with it? Big Dez, Desmond Conkedal in the building. Dr. Mark in the building. What's up with you? Came to win in the building. Black Attack. What's good with y'all, man? Salute to everybody, man. Hopefully I didn't miss nobody. Salute to my beautiful sister Tay Brown, Main Event Mark, and Winston Lee over on the Junior Truth mobile app. We actually streaming live over there as well. You said your birthday was yesterday. Put your Cash App in the thing, Sweet Tea. Put your Cash App in the thing. I think the brothers probably bought you a car. They probably bought you a car. Them boys was, hey man, I don't know what you do. Hey, hold on, let me see what you just said. You ain't said nothing. I'm trying to figure out what you did to got these LDB. You must show some ankle or something. You did something, girl. I ain't going. Sweet Tea the Cheetah, you did something. What did you do? Let me see if I can pull up your Cash App. You taking too long, girl. I got to get out of here. You feel me? Salute to everybody, man, tuning in live. She says it's, here we go. She says it's money sign Latrice 1022. Latrece, Latrice. Sweet Tea named Latrice. Now I know what I know. I know your name was Latrice, though. I just like acting crazy. But I knew it now. I know what I know. Yeah, now I know what I know. Man, y'all be sure to go show Sweet Tea the Cheetah some love, man. Money sign Latrice 1022 for her birthday. You feel me? Salute to my sister. Sweet Tea the Cheetah said, I didn't do a thing, Junior the Truth. Stop it now. You did something. You heard they was talking about man. All right, man. I'm finna stop talking about it. You did something because them brothers was going crazy. And they was like, and I'm like, I'm clutching my pearls like, hey, man, like, I don't know what you done did, but it just seemed she must have did something risque because these, man, Sweet Tea the Cheetah, man, ooh, wee. Man, she, ooh, wee. I'm like, man, yeah, she fine. Yeah, yeah, Sweet Tea the Cheetah. And I'm like, and they like, yeah, man, she smell good. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? I've hugged Sweet Tea a few times. She smelled good every time she always dolled up. She told me she wasn't finna come to the fight because she didn't feel like she was presentable and everything. You feel me? That's her. Yeah, I got it. But you done something to these boys. I don't know what you done did, but stop it, Sweet Tea. Now, stop it. You feel me? Sweet Tea the Cheetah. Stop. Leave these men alone, would you please? Leave these men's alone. Y'all be sure to go show my sister some love for her birthday, man. Salute to y'all. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. You have absolutely no idea, man, none whatsoever. Shout out to the LDBC, Lions Den Boxing community. Y'all be sure to go visit the website, join the website, become an official documented member of the family, www.ldbcsports.com. Y'all be sure to also come over to the Punch Junkie Network, the last place in the world for real fans of the sweet science. Be sure to come check us out, www.punchjunkie.network, but punchjunkie.com will get you there. Y'all go over to punchjunkie.com, go get you all your latest and greatest news in the sport of boxing, man. Be sure to come check us out, www.punchjunkie.com, man. But salute to y'all, salute to the family. This is Junior the Truth signing off, man, giving you a daily reminder to view your life like a pair of dice until your life looks like a paradise, man. I'm a high-born player made. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I got to keep pushing, baby.
Oh, no, you did. Wait a minute. No, you did. Hey, Jay, come back here. Jay. Fool ass bitch, man. Jay. I need my money. Jay. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay. All right, I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers be playing basketball.